So for today's video, something completely different, and I always say that, but this time it really is. How many of you know which 90s Mercedes is a W450 and has a M160 engine? There it is here. The first baby Mercedes. Obviously smart, and it's a smart Fortwo from around 2002. We got them here in South Africa from 2001, these little smarts. And yeah, made by Mercedes. And the name actually comes from, the smart acronym comes from Mercedes, Mercedes Swatch Art. Okay, so smart. No, Swatch Mercedes Art. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, 1.7 million of these were sold worldwide in 46 different countries up to around 2015. This is obviously the first generation, and that includes the second generation, which came out in 2007. Here in South Africa, we got a few. We got this. We had them in various spec levels. There was Pure, there was Pulse, there was also a little Cabriolet, and yeah, and this must be the highest mileage smart I've ever seen. It's done 144,000 Ks. It's a little 600cc turbo engine with 45 kilowatts and a sequential automated manual gearbox. So a gearbox that you can obviously change sequentially. That is basically a manual as opposed to an automatic, but has an automatic clutch. So you've got two pedal driving there. You can put it in full manual mode as well by pushing the little button on the side here. So that's obviously sequential there, and then manual full auto mode there. But it's not an automatic gearbox with a torque converter. It's a manual box with an automatic clutch. And I remember back in the day, these cars, when they were launched here in South Africa, it must have been 2001. Budget offered them as a rental option. And I was flying around a lot back then with the business I was running, and I was in all the major centers every month, moving between one and the other. And I always booked the little smarts to drive around in. And it was just so different to anything else out there. And the first time I really got to know these cars, I was in the south of France. Must have been very early 99 or late 98. And we were driving along in a little Renault Twigo that we had hired on the freeway, and one of these cars came cruising past us at 130, which is what they were limited to, but the Twingo couldn't do that uphill. This could, and it just came flying past, and I just thought, what a cool idea, this little car with the luxury and all the features that Mercedes would have. So it had airbags, ABS, a decent sound system at the time, aircon, sunroof. This has got like a glass, it doesn't open, but it's certainly a glass roof with this over here. And it didn't need power steering, there's nothing there in front. And just, it was very high spec for what it was. It wasn't a cheap car. And they were actually very, very rigid. Had this Tritium safety sill, which is this over here, this little piece that goes round, and it normally had a contrasting color. So a lot of them you'd see that would be in gray and that would be in the body color of the car. And there's lots of crash tests online, and go onto YouTube and just do a search on crash tests and smarts. And I've seen a crash test even where they're crashing it into a W220, I think, or W140. And yeah, the safety cell is preserved. This thing bounces away like a ball, but there's no or very little intrusion in. So very strong, rigid shell in this little car. And yeah, just a fascinating thing. Obviously, this one has been well used. As I said, it's the highest mileage smart I've ever seen at 144,000 Ks. And you can see it's been well used. So yeah, a lot of trim is a bit rough. But it's nice to see that it's still running, and it came in here at Quinn's Auto for a starter repair. So we asked the owner if we could just do the video on it, because it's just so unusual. You don't see a lot of these anymore. They didn't really survive the little engine. I know quite a few guys, would rebuild them by the time they reached 40,000 Ks. So yeah, but something different, fun little car. Even had electric windows back then. You didn't need central locking. You just reach over. Each of the doors is as far apart and as far away from you as the other one. So yeah, you didn't need anything like that. But a really, yeah, a cool little car, I thought. Anyway, enjoy the driving portion of the video. I don't know if we can do 80 to 120, but we're certainly going to try. As we pull away here in this smart Fortwo 2002, feels like we're doing 100 already, but we're not. We're doing 60. One thing I remember about these gearboxes was the incredible weight between shifts engaging, and it really conspired against it from a performance point of view. Knowles, what do you think? Are you comfy?
No.
I said it's a little bit bouncy, eh? But, back then, there were precious few options when it came to a premium small car. You just didn't get it. A car that was well spec'd as this. But then again, it wasn't really a premium. It wasn't really a cheap price. So it was an expensive car for what it was, and it really suited somebody that needed a car that was small and easy to park and stuff like that. And they didn't do much open road driving. As I say, I think these were limited to 130 k's an hour. And yeah, pretty firm seats. As I said, it did come with aircon. And as I said, this is the highest mileage one I've ever seen at 144,924 kilometers that has traveled. It sounds like the wheel bearing might be a bit noisy here. But yeah, it was quite interesting. It had, if you have a look, you've got the switches on top here. Obviously the aircon. It's got a digital fuel gauge, digital thermometer there, or temperature gauge as well. Cup holder. I don't think that's the original one.
I don't think
I see it's the smart Grundig radio. That's been replaced with a more modern one there. I always liked them, to be honest. And there's been many times in my life where I've almost bought one and then I just thought, they don't really last that long. And even the smallest job, I mean, Joe had to change the starter on this car. And that involved dropping the whole rear subframe, dropping the engine out, taking the aircon off, all of that sort of stuff just to get to the starter. So there's precious little space. It's a little 3-cylinder turbocharged 600cc with an intercooler, and there's precious little space there in the back for working on it. So there, as we kick down, there's a huge delay between the next gear engaging. But that's just how they were. It was one of the biggest gripes people had back in the day about it, was just that delayed shift. And I know the third generation actually came out with a manual gearbox. I don't think these did, maybe in Europe, but certainly not here. This was the only gearbox option. I don't know in terms of acceleration. But let's see how it pulls when we get onto CV Road here. I think we'll give the 80 to 120 k an hour a miss on this one. But we'll certainly see how it pulls away here. Let's have a look. Indicator on. Okay. Let me floor it. Wait. There we go. Wait. Where's it changing? There we go. See what I mean? Okay. There we go. I remember that as clear as day. And you can put it in manual sequential mode as well, but it serves little purpose doing it. Hey, we might be able to actually do 80 to 120. Let's do it. Let's try it. Okay, so we're doing 80 now. 80 now. And that bus, I don't want to catch up with that bus. I don't think it's going to happen, but it might. Okay, so we're doing 80. Let me floor it. Kick down. There we go. 80. 90. Change. 100. 110. Should change again. There we go. I think that's where it is. I can carry on pushing it and stuff, but I don't really want to. So, okay, that was 80 to 110 k's an hour. But we did it. And look, to be fair, we're doing 100 k's an hour here, and it's a pretty windy day. And it doesn't feel too precarious, actually, does it?
A little bit shaky.
Oh, man. Give it credit, eh? This is the highest mileage spot on the road. Please, if somebody knows of a high mileage spot, you've got to let me know. Even this one, I believe, has gone through an engine or two to get to its 144,000 Ks. But yeah, that wasn't really the purpose of the car. It was a premium small city car for those that had a nice car to drive around on the open road and wanted a relatively upmarket small car to drive around in a congested city. And it makes a lot of sense in European cities, and PNP less so. We never really have that degree of traffic here. So, but look, we're still maintaining a steady 100 here. 80 now that we're going past the sign there. I noticed that nobody hitchhikes when they see this. Hey, did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go in that, bro. Okay, let's see. Brakes or ABS and stability control and stuff like that. Okay, so here is a good example of how this gear change works. So you sit, kick down, there we go. You feel the turbo kick in, eh? Let's see when it changes. (1001), 1000, about a second. It takes about a second to change. Pretty cool though. It's fun to drive something different, and and it's really amazing to see this still on the road and being used and driven daily and stuff like that. So I think it's awesome. Forget that it's manual, so it rolls back, there's no torque converter there. Well, we'll move up here a little bit and we'll carry on with the video there. Now, I've actually put it into manual mode. So there's a little gear shift indicator there. We're in first now. But let's have a look. We go this way over here. Okay. So first, second. Mighty M160 3-cylinder turbocharged 600cc engine. I think it's a 5-speed. Let's see. 5, yeah. 5-speed. Oh, 6. Oh, wow, it's a 6-speed. So we're in 6th gear now. I know some of the higher models had a little rev counter here. It was actually quite cool. Oh, no power in 6th there. Not much in 4th either. Well, at this speed, we're only doing 40 k's an hour, to be fair. There we go, 3rd is the right gear. Oh, Benno, I think you should take this for a drive as well. Let me pull over here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now, now this is Bella's first time driving a Smart. Okay, gain it, Bella. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
So Bella's got it in manual mode here. I actually find manual mode a bit better. It sort of keeps you in the torque band of the turbo there.
I think it tells you when to change.
And it tells you when to change. So on the actual display, a little arrow comes up there. Very advanced for 1998.
Yeah.
And 6-speed manual as well. Very cool little cars, actually. And you know, it was quite funky, like the little air vents sticking out the dash. There were tweeters there. They had a very nice sound system. I remember the ones I used to rent. And aircon, obviously, that sort of stuff. So it's telling Bella to downshift there.
Yeah. Arrow down.
So what do you reckon, Bill? Certainly something different, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Other way, yeah. So what do you reckon? You're going to get one?
No.
Little
not
city
my
car.
cup of tea, eh?
So easy to park though, eh? It's all of 2.5 meters long, these little cars.
We got someone flying past.
On a double line. Funny how self-righteous we become when we drive like a slower car than that. But check, yeah, look at the instrument cluster there. Let me try and get it.
Let me turn this.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, very nice. It's like, if I seem to remember, it's orange there. But all this lights up here as well. Yeah, the first true baby Mercedes. And yeah, double airbags. Very, very safe cars, these actually.
It looks orange now.
Yeah, it is orange, yeah. No space here at the back. Well, not no space.
I don't think a person could.
No, not going to be your friend for long. But there's certainly enough space for a couple of suitcases there. In the coupe, I think in the convertible there's a lot less as well. And yeah, it's bumpy on this little road, but it's a little car. I think pretty cool. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more videos like this, just put them in the comments, and I'll see how we can find the cars to drive. You can see how bumpy it is. It's not that bumpy on our lawn here.